Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Today we're going to talk a little bit about graphing lines in the plane. Okay? So first off, there are three different kinds of forms of lines. Okay? The first one is the slope-intercept form of a line. It gives you the slope m of the line and the y-intercept b of the line. Okay? So this is the most common form, and it will be the answer to 90% of the equations that you will give us for lines will be in y equals mx plus b form. Then there's also point slope form. Okay? Point slope form has the slope m and a point that the line goes through, x sub 1 comma y sub 1. It's a great tool to have in your toolbox, okay? Because it will allow you to find the line whenever you need one. Okay? Or if you're given 2 points on a line, you can find the slope between the 2 points, like we did yesterday, and then use the point slope form to find the equation of the line. Okay? If you solve that equation for y, then it's in slope-intercept form. Okay? And the third form is a higher level mathematics form. It's standard form, ax plus by equals c. If you'll notice, x and y are on the same side, and that's fine. They're on the same side of the equal sign. But the other rule is that a, b, and c have to be integers, no fractions or decimals. Okay? Some mathematical type people require that A be positive, but honestly, I'm either way. Okay, I don't care if A is positive or negative. Okay? So let's get into some graphing. This is number 1 on the note sheet for today. So if you printed it off, it's there for you. Okay? So find the slope and the y-intercept of this line. Well, luckily for us, this line is in slope-intercept form, so the slope is going to be this one, and the y-intercept is going to be that one. So the y-intercept is the point 0, 3, and the slope is negative 2. Not negative 2x, just negative 2. Okay? So if I wanted to graph this particular line, I would first find the y-intercept. 0, 3 is up 3 from the origin, and I would put a dot there. And then my slope of negative 2, remember slope is rise over run, so I would go down 2 and right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, and so on and so forth, all the way across. If I didn't like doing that, I could always go up and left, up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1, all the way through. Now, once you have a couple of points on there, that's great. Then you are going to want to find something that is straight, preferably a ruler. But if you don't have one, the edge of a book will work, an ID would work, edge of your phone, etc. Something that is straight so that you can make a nice straight line through there. I will tell you that if it came up, if you ever had to turn in a graph and this was your straight line, I would take off for that red, whatever that red thing is. Okay? So we want our lines nice and straight through and all the way across the graph. Because later on, we're going to get into systems of equations, and we're going to have to put a second line on top of there. And we're not going to know where it's going to intersect, so we want to get in that habit of going all the way across our graph. Okay? This is number 3 on the note sheet. It's a different way of graphing lines, okay, other than slope-intercept form, or given a point and the slope. Okay? So we can graph using what is called the intercept method. Okay? So the x-intercept is where y is equal to 0. So in this particular case, I would have 2x minus 6 times 0 equals negative 12, which is just 2x equals negative 12, which is just x equals negative 6. So the y-intercept would be, the x-intercept would be negative 6, comma, 0. The y-intercept is where x is equal to 0. So then I would have 2 times 0 minus 6y equals negative 12, which is just negative 6y equals negative 12, which is just y equals 2. So the y-intercept then would be the point 0, comma 2. And I can graph those 2 points. The x-intercept of negative 6, comma 0 is that blue dot. The y-intercept of 0, comma 2 is that orange dot. I only need 2 points to draw myself a line. So we can, again, using something that is straight, go through and make our line. Okay. There are some more selected problems for you to do on the note sheet for today, and then once you're done with those problems on the note sheet, you can check them on the It's Learning page, and then on the homework for this week, you should be able to do numbers 6, 7, and 8. There will be another video tomorrow about writing equations of line.